Jonathan, the party's out of ideas, isn't it?
Well, we'll see. I mean, I think...
Well, right now it's out of ideas.
Oh, yes, right now. Well, of course, it's been crisis management of three big crises, and they are obviously beaten up by it. So now is the time they've got to show, as you've kind enough to have me on the programme before, Nigel, what they're going to do about cost of living crisis, what they're going to do about energy bills, which is something you and I have been in agreement with on, and what the future holds in this incredibly difficult time. I think, as you said, people have had Partygate now. I saw the polling yesterday, the Conservative polling yesterday, I was made aware of it. You know, it's not something on the agenda. You're right in what you said. But it's done
damage, it's done reputational damage.
It's done
to Boris Johnson in particular.
Of great integrity, and Boris, in fairness, has taken the brunt of it, even though, as your report very carefully said, you know, he isn't complicit in a lot of this, but he has taken the brunt of it. That has done great damage to integrity. In fact, if the Labour Party have been involved up in Durham, it's done great damage to political integrity at a time where people want to believe in politics and politicians that they can solve their daily problems of cost of living, energy bills, etc. So I think it's an important time to reboot. You're absolutely right in what you say.
But rebooting needs a new leadership and a new direction, doesn't it?
No, I don't think that's true. I really don't think that's true, because firstly you've got to work out who that leader's going to be, and whereas I'm a great admirer of the potential candidates, I don't think they're quite ready for it yet. I think Boris has got the intellectual ability and the energy, and you've known him as long as I have, to really pull us out of this mess. He's got the drive and the energy and the optimism, and that's what we're going to need as a nation, and that's what you sold. Optimism, energy, drive.
At his best, Boris Johnson can do all of these things. Yeah. We saw that as Mayor of London and holding that seat, you know, holding that position in the second election. I get all of that. I just feel when it comes to economics, he hasn't really got a clue what he's doing, it seems to me. There's no real direction. And I think under him, they're bound to lose the next election. It will be 13 or 14 years since they first came into office. They're looking tired. And hey, sleaze is back. I mean, it feels like 95, 96, Jonathan. You know, then sleaze was people having affairs. Now it's people going to prison.
Yes, the interesting comparison there is you're absolutely right. You know, it does have a feel of that. Of course, then the economy was in a terrific position. I mean, we had the economy in no greater position than we did then. So it'll be interesting to see what slack he's cut. I think the problem he has is that he's not being served well by the economists of the Bank of England or the thinking of the Bank of England. They're behind the curve. I don't think he's being served particularly well by the civil service at the moment, if I'm honest, in that I don't think the machinery is working properly. It hasn't come back into life after COVID. Yeah. And so those are two of the issues which he's going to have to get his mind around. But, and he knows he's on the naughty step. You know, let's be fair, he knows he's on the naughty step. But I have great confidence that he is the man to lead us out of this. If we can get cohesive thinking, cohesive energy and drive, and a clear path that the British public understand, and that's the key to it, is understanding, then I think it's too early to tell whether he's going to lose the next election.
Do you think he's a truthful man?
Well, I can't get into that. I mean,
because actually,
I'm not getting into accusations whether he is.
I wasn't asking.
But I tell you what, I do think.
I was making a point.
Yeah. I know your point.
And the point is that the public are looking. And yes, Starmer, there's been one party. Yeah. He didn't tell the truth about it. It's damaged him. But here's been a culture that's existed within Number 10. Not all of it Johnson's fault, but a culture that's existed, one of contempt and arrogance for the rest of the country. And that's how it comes across. And this, in the end, this comes down to the integrity of Boris Johnson as a person, hence my question.
Well, as I said earlier, I think he has to regain political integrity. I think all of politics has got to regain political integrity, because I think people are thinking at the moment of plague on all their houses. One thing I would say about Boris, and you know, one could say it about you, he's a lucky general. And he's shown he's got the resources to show global leadership on Ukraine, which is one of the great tragedies of our recent lifetime. He has shown great leadership on vaccines and our way out of vaccines. And I think he's got that ability to show us how we get out of this current terrible mess. And this isn't a mess that's going to happen for a couple of months. This is serious.
Welcome to the GB News YouTube channel. You can watch us live 24 hours a day, catch up on your favourite shows and join in the conversation in the comments below.
Don't forget to subscribe and you'll never miss any of our exclusive content.